Automation has been influencing HVAC component manufacturing. So what digital technologies, AI, or advanced materials do you believe will redefine HVAC manufacturing over the next decades? And how IoT-enabled HVAC systems are changing manufacturing requirements?
Definitely, AI can enhance the manufacturing process a lot. We can improve not only the productivity qualitatively, but the time bound and the miniature. What Prabhat sir also told that by using the latest IoT technology, IoT equipments, we can enable AI to that, and we can enhance the productivity, and we can bring to the next level, saving not only the energy, because we have to bring down the energy, that is the main concept, but also it will increase enhance our production also. So by using the AI tool, definitely we will not only build the product which will save the energy, but it will also perform well. It will give a precise calculation where we are lacking it will also help us in improving our product, because definitely the AI will only tell us that where we are lacking. So AI and IoT mixer will definitely enhance our manufacturing process. But before that, what I say that it should be manpower should be skilled enough to use that AI. Then only we can do it. Otherwise, then AI or IoT, nothing matters if our manpower is not upskilled.
Thank you, Mr. Shah, for that insightful session. Definitely, skilling of the manpower is required for AI. And coming to Mr. Prabhat, you were talking about the AI depends upon the quality data. So what are your views about this?
The quality data, basically, what are we dealing in terms of HVAC? We are talking about temperature, we are talking about pressure, we are talking about RH, we are talking about kilowatt, and we are talking about kilowatt hour. We are talking about flow rate. Okay, unless these are the items measured properly, especially flow rate, we don't know what is the cooling in terms of BTU per hour that we are delivering. I'm to say so many district cooling and other things have cropped up now, and they say we have provided you with a BTU hour meter, with a BTU meter. Go and have a look at that. It is really archaic. Sometimes people say we are being charged too much. Some people are not being charged at all. End of the day, the old technology was delta P. That means pressure differential, delta P. And it's one of the most difficult things to measure, when it is a low flow situation, especially. And then wrong data was being developed. Today, it has changed to ultrasonic and things like that. So you need better data. Temperature data, yes, I would say in India, we are able to do it to the resolution of 0.1, 0.2 degrees centigrade. Pressures, again, look at the vacuum gauges that people are using. I'm to say, if they are using a manifold to get the vacuum down before they charge a system, I think you are introducing inefficiency to start with itself. That's where you need a digital tool. And the other thing, like what my colleague, Mr. Shah, said, that, having the capability to diagnose and capability of manpower, we don't send our best manpower to the field. The man who goes to the field is the last man down the line. Okay? The data has to come to the office for being analyzed before it gets ticked and says, yes, this VRF is commissioned properly. Okay? It cannot be just signed off in the field, a 100-ton chiller or a 200-ton chiller. Somebody, a junior technician or a somewhat senior technician goes there and he just waves his hand, writes down something on a piece of paper, signs it, and says everything is hunky-dory. No, it is not hunky-dory. The data has to be transmitted back to the office and analyzed, seen, and a person should be able to say, yes, this is what I sold to my customer. So that's quality data in my view.
The quality data that has to be transmitted. Coming to Mr. Venkanna. So what are your views about the digital technologies, AI or materials, do you believe will redefine the HVAC manufacturing over the next decade?
I just talked about, right? This AI technologies, artificial intelligence and machine learning is going to reduce the product development cycle time. In the sense, if I take the requirements from the customer, document it, develop a product, the next time, if I have the requirements differently, the tools of the artificial intelligence should able to give which are the components to be changing and how much time it will take. So these are the tools are going to be a great help for the development. And as we all talked about, efficiency is going to go up because machines will be connected. As Prabhat said, that the data quality, data crunching, data analytics is so important that the decisions are taken based on the data collected. Unless data is perfect, the decision what we make, the decision what machine takes, which may go wrong. So we have to be very careful on that. As we keep on training the machine, training the product, over a period of time, the learnings will be converted into actions. So these are the kind of possibilities through artificial intelligence.
Yes, truly said about this AI intruding in all the sectors of the economy. Mr. Venkanna, you were talking about the trends and drivers for the growth of HVAC industry, besides AI being the core thing, and as well as the product innovations. You just talked about data, what machine tech will have a big impact. So what emerging trends or technologies do you believe will have the big impact on HVAC product development and manufacturing in the future?
Anand, can you repeat the question? Sorry.
Which emerging trends and the technologies do you believe will have the big impact on product development and manufacturing in future?
So yeah, it's about the demand. As I spoke about the climate change, which is the environment, how it is behaving, which is calling for demand in it is growing year after year. As Prabhat said, it used to be in thousands and then it is now in millions, right? So the comfort, the air conditioning is not just comfort, it is healthy. We are talking about healthy spaces, right? So earlier the air conditioner is looked at just a cooling machine or comfort machine, but now we are talking technologies are happening about healthy spaces, right? The productivity will improve, the health conditions, the kind of productivity is going to go up. So the trends in the sense like, as we all see that as we are getting into the artificial intelligence and machine learning, the data is being stored and cloud technologies, you see that data center growth is phenomenal. So which is again require cooling. So as we see last few years, the trend of the demand in data centers is multifold, right? It's again, you need to store the data, you need to analyze the data and the electronics and then chips, which generates the heat to maintain certain temperatures, you need the air conditioning. So the demand is keep going up, right? So and also economic growth is also positive impact on the growth of industry. So these are the parameters which is going to help industry to grow further and further.
Definitely. Thank you very much for your knowledge sharing thoughts. Coming to Mr. Jigar Shah. During your presentation, you were talking about the upskilling automation and technology skills to increase the productivity and quality, as well as you talked about the uh, management portfolio like Kaizen and other things. Definitely, Mr. Shah, manufacturing sector is evolving with automation and digital technologies, as you said. So what are the most important skill today's workforce needs to remain productive and future ready?
There's a lot of skill they need to upgrade because the technology, the way the technology is moving fast, it is changing the all the emerging trend. I don't say the emerging trend. The trend has already come. The AI, but we don't have a manpower which is as skillful as what we require as the industry to grow because there are a lot of changes going on and we are not able to cope up with that. That's the main thing. So manpower itself, first of all, the today's manpower to today's Gen Z, what we call as the today's generation, they need to upskill that skill basic basically also. I'm not talking about the today's technology, but at least the basic skill first of all they should know. Then only we can talk about the upskilling them. So that is what basic thing is that because the present employee which are very much skilled in their particular job, we have to upskill them for, but they are not ready. They are not ready to change their mindset to upskill them with respect to AI. Though they are using the mobile, but they don't want to change the skill with respect to AI or latest technology. And the thing is that the younger generation don't want to learn this basic skill. They suddenly want to jump to the AI. But where the AI will be useful, before that, you should have a clear idea of what things you are doing. Then only the technology will be aid to us. So that is the gap what we are facing as a manufacturer. This is the biggest hindrance in today's day.
Definitely, that's a big manufacturing gap, and people immediately jump to the AI sessions only first without going for the basic skills, as you rightly said. Coming to Mr. Prabhat Goel, you were talking about the AI and IoT integration into HVAC units as well as CO2 sensors equipment and talked about the tools and loggers. So while AI and digitization are transforming buildings, what simple digital add-ons can manufacturer incorporate to give HVAC equipment a digital footprint?
Okay, so what I will do for this is I will try and show you something live. The first thing is power monitoring. Power monitoring is no longer rocket science. Power monitoring, anything which is more than 10 kilowatt must be made mandatory by the government so that you get your monitoring on a handheld and you are able to see the history. That means the consumption on the last 30 days, the consumption on the last 30 days, the last 7 days, and today. If you can't even see the consumption today, then where are you going to take action? That's the lowest hanging fruit. Okay.
Correct.
The next part is basically simple things like temperature, humidity, etc. Today, commercially, for temperature, humidity, CO2 levels, etc., devices are available where you get all the data on the screen. And not only that, what is AI doing for you? AI is capable of drawing the graph for you on a weekly basis, daily basis, monthly basis, and what have you. And this is not rocket science. Okay, this is just putting your head to it, going onto the YouTube. One of the biggest names that we know, of course, I shouldn't be taking names on this particular forum, but I will take it, is Apple. After all, it's a big company and things like that. And Apple, everyone knows, had a Siri where you could talk to the person and get data. You could get information, what is the temperature outside, what is the humidity outside. Today, Apple has gone into Apple Home, and Siri has become so powerful that you can ask, what was the temperature of my room right through the day? When was it the most? When was it taking more power than this much? And it will look up the data and give it to you. You don't have to do. So this is where the trend is. This is where the future is. And a lot of the work is at the end of the day being done by Indians. Don't say that we don't have the skills. Probably the Indian mind is one of the highest thinkers. And what I would say is spend money and time on training your people. Give them the resources and you will see the results. I think that's my
Correct.
take on it.
Yes, Mr. Prabhat. From a consultant perspective, how can digitally ready HVAC equipment improve commissioning, maintenance, or energy performance?
Excellent question, sir. Excellent question, Mr. Gopal. Digitally ready equipment today, the chillers are digitally ready. Okay, whether it is Trane, whether it is Carrier, whether it is York, all of them send out digitally ready equipment to the site. Okay, the VAVs, the actuators, they are digitally ready. You can download an app and there you are digitally ready with all your VAVs and what have you. Pumps, there are 2 or 3 manufacturers today who will give you digitally ready. Complete skid is digitally ready. And they'll bring it over there. They will connect it to the system within 15 minutes and you'll be able to, sitting in your office, see what your pump is doing. So all these people in parts have come with digitally ready system. Okay. And you can look it up on the net, and sitting in your office, you will get all the information. The problem is the copying of specs. In 2026, the specs of 2020 are being copied. So what new specs get written today will come into the market in 2031. That is the problem. I'm going to say, let anyone on the panel or any one of the participants deny that in India, specs are not copy-paste, that the consulting community looks up what is happening in the market, and when the specs comes out, they are responsible for delivering a well-connected building to the owner. Most of us, the BMS community, is guilty of having systems which last only 2 years in the field. The third year, the maintenance contract comes up and the owner says, thank you very much. You can keep it with yourself. I will run the building the way I feel like. And so these are realities that we need to look into and take action on. What are these forums and these talks and these webinars for? For finding the real problem and taking real solutions. Right, sir?
That's a real perspective, Mr. Prabhat. Mr. Venkanna, so we're talking about the future ready systems. So how the digital engineering, system integration, simulation, or cyber challenges are changing the way HVAC products are designed or tested?
As we are connecting the data from the past, how it is working at different regions, different geographies, the test data is available inside the factory. When you correlate the data from the labs and the data coming from the field, which tells you how you design the product, right? So with this data, when you move from the future developments, you can do a much better optimized designs, right? Again, this is possible because the products are digitally connected, right? And then you are not stopping over there. You are comparing field data and lab data, and you are correcting your model. So once your model is efficient, your simulations are efficient, and the modular architecture, the future product developments, which is much easier because the model get adjusted, the model get recalculated, and then you connect with the designs, then you get the parts, you can part specs, you can get the design drawings. And then it's a kind of vision that again, it will talk to a factory, which is again AI enabled, digitally transformed. and the data which can feed into the machines where the machines are assigned, and you can look at the components and then see the assembly. So I think it is going to be a very interesting going forward. It's all possible because it's all connected digital, the data availability, the kind of the models which we are getting through artificial intelligence, and which is possible, easy development, faster development, high efficient products.
Definitely, Mr. Venkanna. Connectivity of internet and AI is helping a lot for improving our procedures and methods. Mr. Shah, while you were talking about the skill gaps and the emerging demands of the modern projects. So as a manufacturing leader, how can companies build a culture of continuous learning while balancing productivity, cost, and delivery?
So, as a manufacturer, what my point of view is that we should invest very much into the training of your manforce, because
Mhm.
without that, you cannot go ahead. Just like what West is doing, investing in R&D and upskilling their manpower, then only they have become a developed country today. So, if India wants to be a developed country, we have to upskill our manufacturing, and we can upskill our manufacturing only when we will upskill our manforce. So we have to invest very much into our manpower by upskilling them, by training them. Then only we will be moving further. Otherwise, I am fear, being a manufacturer, that we won't be able to move further if we are not improving our equipment and training our manforce. We will be not able to cope up with the way the world is moving, with the way the world is changing. So we have to invest a lot, and also not at the manufacturing stage, but from the university only, because now the new generation will be coming. So we have to upskill them from the university level, giving them the training, practical training in our education courses, making such a reliable course that we have to make them industry ready before coming out of the college. Then only a manufacturing unit will be able to upskill them further. So it is not only that liability of a manufacturer, but it is the liability of our education also. Education system to be needed a much, as rightly said by both our esteemed panelists, that India has got the talent. There is a lot of skill in Indians, but that is been taken care by the West and the other countries. So that's what India has to take care, that we have to change our education system also a little bit, and then only one manufacturer can upgrade them, because the basic knowledge should be there in each and every engineers or ITI or IIT, whatever we call. They should have the basic knowledge, and then only we can skill them. Otherwise, it is not possible to skill without the basic knowledge.
Correct, Mr. Chef. Collaboration among the stakeholders, consultants, academicians, all is required at one go. So before concluding the session, one last point I would like you all to share the view is, what is the one change you would most like to see in the HVAC manufacturing industries, and what companies should start doing today to make this vision a reality? Anyone to start with? Mr. Jigar, Mr. Prabhat.
Yeah, trend is that we should be going with the AI and IoT, the whatever BMS system is there. Then only the main thing, that we are the 70% of power consumption are the HVCR in our industry. So definitely we should be moving with the AI and the IoT tools. Then only we will be able to save our Mother Earth, and by saving the energy, and that only possible with the upskilling of our manpower with respect to all this latest innovation and technology. So definitely, because HVAC is the need of our. Earlier, it was what we say a royalty, but now it is a basic necessity of every individual to save water, food, life, everything needs HVAC. Without that, we cannot save anything. So definitely, we have to change a lot, and we have to adapt the technology to save this world.
Thank you very much, Mr. Jigar. Mr. Prabhat, your views, please.
Okay, so I am sharing screen now, and what I would like to say is start basically introducing very simple tools which basically empowers the technician in the field to start with, rather than, at the end of the day, the technician is the man who stands in front of all these machines and delivers the last mile to the customer. Unless the technician is empowered with the latest tools, which are IoT, he has a laptop over there to understand, or he transfers the information to the office, this revolution cannot start. Okay?
Correct. Correct, Mr. Prabhat.
Right.
Mr. Venkanna? Yeah, please go ahead.
As I comes from engineering, more of development, so the paramount is efficiency. How do we improve the efficiency of the products? So which will have a multiple impacts on the environment, you say, or energy bills, or load on the grid. So all are addressed through the efficient products and efficient systems, efficient solutions.
I would like to show you how IoT tools work in the hands of engineers in the field. So here is the temperature data from a temperature sensor giving you daily and weekly temperatures at a particular place. Okay. And a lot of us want to compare temperature and humidity, especially in pharmaceutical environments and things like that. So running just the temperature does not make any sense. What we want to do is we want to do the temperature and humidity both on one screen. And you can see immediately the temperature and humidity comes together on one screen itself. And these things don't cost a packet. This is just empowering the technicians and giving them the right tools in their hands. Similarly, when it comes to power monitoring, you can see that if a VRF system is working at any point of time, you can basically get what is the power consumption that your VRF is taking. Now, we are always thinking that if we run 1 or 2 units, our VRF takes less power and things like that. A lot of the people, 90% of the people run VRFs and they run basically 1 or 2 indoor units. Especially people who have it in residential and they run 1 unit at night. They are taking 1.5 times the power of what a single unit would have worked over there for. And unless these things are visible, you cannot make out as to what is going on. Now, look at the monthly power consumption. If you look at months where the unit was switched off, okay, where the unit was not working either in heating mode or in cooling mode, what you will find is that the crankcase heater is taking power. And if 60,000 units in the field are taking 150 watts of crankcase power all the time, what justice are we doing to our systems without the visibility? So all I wish to say is, look at this. People have developed their apps. Danfoss has its app. Armstrong has its app. Belimo has its app. Everyone has their own apps now. And when you go to some of these people, they say, no, we want it in the basement, in the plant room, on a BMS system. What, the operator is going to ring up the BMS and ask him what this or that is doing? He wants it in his own hands.
Right.
And this is where I would like your magazine and other people who have attended today to give it a thought, question themselves if what I'm saying is right or not, and adopt these small things. There are 50, 60 IoT companies which have sprung up across the country today in India. All of them are starved for work. When they go to these consultants like you and me who do not have any more hair on their head, they understand nothing as to what this 22-year-old or 23-year-old youngster is saying. And the guy just goes knocking door to door and gets nowhere. So change the trend, listen to the youngsters, encourage them, get IoT and AI embedded all across so that you benefit from it and you don't wait till such time the other parts of the world take it on and you again start buying it over Amazon or over other networks and things like that. So that's my conclusion. Thank you for giving the time
Thank you.
and this second opportunity.
Thank you very much. Visibility and awareness is very necessary now. Thank you very much, gentlemen.